morning, everybody. Welcome in to Midweek Mountains with Mountains to Sea crew.
I'm stuck on. I'm stuck on your chair.
Stuck on something.
I'm stuck on you,
me.
honey.
Yeah. Well, I'm Corey.
I'm Lori.
And we are here. We're moving on up, just like the title says.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
Put us back in the comments so we can see if anybody's saying hello. Hello. No, nobody just yet. So make sure you say hello.
Somebody's in, but they haven't said anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. So this weekend, actually.
Tell me.
Scott.
Hey, are you driving?
Welcome
Yeah,
in.
he's driving and
driving
listening.
and listening. There we go. Our buddy Scott. Always there showing support, and we appreciate it so much. But yeah, this Saturday during our Saturday Spotlight, where we pair up with a bunch of other creators and premiere our videos, all one right after another. So you can just go to the playlist and watch through all of these different creators who are premiering their latest. And we hit 500 during that show this Saturday. Now we're up to 506. So amazing.
Very exciting. Long time.
It has been a very long time coming, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So we started.
Well, and we want to know if anybody's out there listening that wants to chime in that, when they hit certain milestones too, tell us about it. And let us know as well as we talk about our milestone.
Right. And I mean, when we started this, we didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I thought,
well, even just videoing for the first time, we're we can do this.
Like,
and then we're like,
sure.
Oh my God, we don't know anything.
Right. It was almost not quite 2 years ago that we filmed our first video.
It was in April, right?
Yep, it was in April in St. Martin.
2 years.
So we told the story about how it all got started before.
Mm-hmm.
We booked a cruise for Lori's birthday, and
I don't have one booked this year.
No.
Hey, Abby, welcome.
Hey, Abby. Yes, we met Abby here during that first week of filming.
Yeah.
Almost
Martin.
2 years ago in St. Martin.
Yeah.
Yep. And we were shooting our first videos in April, beginning of April.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to where it all started.
I know you're getting on. He's going down a rabbit hole.
So yeah, we had booked a cruise on Odyssey of the Seas. Hey, welcome in, Susanna. And Abby says I was like your 13th sub. Yep, probably so.
And we had just mentioned that we hit 506.
Yes, we just hit 506. So yeah, we started watching videos, or I started watching videos. I jumped on YouTube and I'm like, all right, I got to figure out what this Odyssey of the Seas is all about, figure out all the cool stuff to do, and see if there's anything out there. Little did I know that I was stumbling into this entire world of YouTube cruise and travel vlogging.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, you should check this out.
Yeah, so I said, hey, you should check it out. And we started watching together, found a few creators that we really kind of seemed to like a lot and vibed with.
Yeah.
And after a couple of weeks looking at that stuff, I looked at Laurie and I'm like, hey, we could probably do that. We don't know anything about cruising really, or didn't at the time.
Right.
But we know St. Martin really well because we've been going for years.
Right. And you know what? Why don't we start there and see what?
So why don't we start there?
Yeah.
So we started getting some equipment, fairly basic stuff to start with. Hey, we got Bud Files coming in. Welcome. And so we spent a week filming, the whole week. Every day we were filming something new, just a vlog style.
Yeah.
And we got back home, and that was probably April 10th or so.
Mid-April, yeah.
Early mid-April. Asked my mom if I could donate $4.99. You want to be our first super chat? I don't even know if I've got that set up right yet. I don't think I do.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yeah, we just got the email and got
yesterday.
Yeah, we got the email that said that we were
like,
fully approved.
Did you
or
see
whatever.
that? And he's like,
I was like, oh,
no.
cool.
And I was like, look at your email. Thank you for that, Abby. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. So we got back, and it took me from April till July 1st to get our first video out, our first full-length video, because I had no clue what I was. I didn't know any editing software. Didn't really have a clue. Didn't even have a computer that could do it. That was the biggest thing. Because when we first started, I edited an entire video on an old MacBook Air that I had.
Yes.
An old Intel MacBook Air, like 2019 or something. And I couldn't export the video. It wouldn't export. Got the whole thing edited, ready to go, wouldn't export. Like, so ended up getting a new computer, got over what I had, got what I had to the new computer and redid everything and got it ready. And in the meantime, I started putting together some shorts. So I put together like almost 30 shorts.
You had a short of almost every video that we were
I had shorts for like every video that we had coming out. And I said, all right, so the month of June, I'm going to just put one of these out a day and just have them going along. And we seen a lot of views and I was getting real excited. And then all of a sudden something happened and it just tanked. Wasn't getting any views anymore. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. So, Abby asks, have you heard about California? If you mean the fires in California, yes.
And if we do have any subscribers or supporters that are around that area, please hope you're safe and let us know.
Be safe. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. It's a horrible, horrible situation out there for sure. Just unbelievable, the devastation that's taking place in California. But so pretty much all of June in 2023.
Yeah, because you said we're coming up on 2 years. So
we had shorts coming out. Then July 1st was our very first video. And it was
so boring.
Yeah, it was
and it's too bad because the actual place, it was the Parrottville, right?
Parrottville,
that was our first one.
That's actually where we met. Well, we met Abby leaving Parrottville.
Yes, and the place was actually pretty cool.
It was a cool place, yeah.
And so it was a lot more interesting than the video showed. But it was our first one. You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere for sure.
You get better and better, and you keep finding all kinds of new tricks and doing new things. And he's like, oh, I got to do this all weekend long. But he kind of takes his time and makes a day of it, and and he's
work Monday through Friday in the brewery, and Saturday and Sunday, if we're in town, I'm sitting right here at my computer editing video.
I mean, should I tell a secret? He might get mad though, y'all.
So, the fact that I'd watch pickleball while I'm editing video
or something. So he's not doing it all day long, constantly all day long. He's there all day long. He goes back and forth because Corey's brain, he needs downtime. So he needs to look away and kind of do other stuff. And then he can go back and get back in.
Sometimes I'm waiting on stuff to render or
I know.
Downloading.
I'm not calling you out in a bad way. I'm just saying, everybody feels sorry for you because you slave the computer Saturday and Sunday all day long. Well, and then he does the spotlight too, so he's there for another couple hours too.
Yeah, that definitely takes up my Saturdays because I'll spend the morning editing, and then come 7:30, I'm there there with the live stream that then goes into the playlist and everybody showing up. So.
Yeah. And I will say over the past, well, I guess a year and a half, if we want to do it that way, right?
Yeah.
We've had a video every week, every Saturday, except for like what, 2 times, I think?
Yeah. I think there may have been a couple of times.
Yeah.
One, like an idiot, I had a video finished and I didn't upload it.
Yeah, that was and like, we were away and he couldn't access it.
Yeah, so I was away and it was sitting here on my computer at home and I could not access it or do anything with it.
I don't think I can drink this anymore.
Oh well. Laurie's trying a new tea tonight and she can't.
It's got peppercorn in it, and I've come to realize that I have a sensitivity to pepper.
Yeah.
And it's making my anyway.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, in the past year and a half, I saw something the other day. We put out 150 videos.
Good job, honey.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of those are these Wednesday live streams. You know, we do one a week, and we've been doing it for
since Icon last year. We started trying to do a live
almost
stream weekly.
A year. Yeah.
And we've missed less than a handful of those as well for various holidays or just something being away or or something.
But going into this, I was thinking, all right, well, in a year, surely we'll have 1,000 subscribers and we'll be on our way to getting somewhere.
No.
And here we are, coming up on 2 years later, at least a year and a half later, and we finally hit 500.
So we want to hear your stories as well. Is this normal that it takes so long in the beginning, or do you get them really fast and then it dies out, or do you just,
I've seen some people that started about the same time that we did and have over 2,000 subscribers now. It's like,
and so
how does that work?
Right,
I don't know.
Is it just the luck of the draw? Slow and steady does win the race, right? That's what they say.
Maybe. Maybe we need to be more entertaining with our live streams. Maybe that'll get more people coming in.
We're supposed to do squats and jump jacks before we do this to get us, kind of pumped up, because you are kind of
chill, monotone.
But we don't want that. It's bad. Monotone, no good.
No. Okay.
That's why they like the live streams, because I'm with you, and I add character to our duo here.
Yep. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. If you guys didn't see the eye roll, it was in his head.
That wasn't an eye roll. That was just Okay. So we started with St. Martin. We did St. Martin again last year.
We did, but that was a little rougher because there was no AC.
It was. That was kind of a rough week, and we were just not feeling it because it was. We've never had to deal with that before. No AC in a place that was not built to.
And that's not normal, so don't let that kind of sway you not to go to St. Martin.
But this year in St. Martin, we have our youngest daughter, son-in-law, and 2 granddaughters that are joining us.
My dad asked if I can go a couple days early. Anyway,
we already have our plane tickets, so
I know
we're set. But maybe we can revisit Parrottville this year. Since
that was our very
that was our very first video. We can go with the kids and grandkids.
Yeah, and maybe there won't be a school class.
Won't be
unless they do it every April, and we just chose the day that they do it.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a little bit less crowded.
Yeah,
but it was a neat place. It really was, and I think we should do it better justice than we did.
I think you could
for our very first video,
and especially the time that you go is in April. So it's there's babies and
there's baby birds and all the different kinds of birds that they have there. It was just really cool. And I'm kind of a bird person anyway, but
yeah, you are.
But so that was our first video.
I said so we'll do that.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And then a lot of that first year, I mean, we had 2 cruises. We had Freedom of the Seas in September, and then Odyssey in November.
And we had the Jeep.
Yeah, so we did a lot of stuff
local
outside
stuff
of cruising.
Yeah.
We did some more local stuff, and
because we only had one cruise.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we were just trying to get content wherever we could to try to have something fresh to release every week.
Mm-hmm.
So, we went to Alpaca Farm, we went to the State Zoo, we went to, we spent a week in Maine.
That was last
at the lake.
Wasn't that last year?
No, that was the year before last.
Was 2 years ago already?
Yeah, almost. Well, a year and a half.
Oh my gosh.
And so we did all those kind of things that to try to keep up with the demands of the tube.
Yes.
But we really haven't done many of those. Got a cat over here that's trying to tear something up, making all kinds of noise.
I'm trying so hard to ignore it. I can't. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear the in the bag or whatever. I don't know. Who knows what she's into.
But anyway, I mean, we haven't done a lot of, just kind of. Oh yeah. One-off videos, where we're just. 10 reasons to do this, or
we haven't done
10 things to take on your cruise. We just haven't done many of those. I mean, we could.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of things.
Hello.
Hey, welcome in, Scott. Good to see you in tonight.
No, we've tried to go places that were kind of interesting and experiential, because we want to bring that experience to you.
And I mean, that's kind of what we've always been about. Is when we first met, we started traveling together, and we've gone to a lot of different places long before we stared videoing.
We have, and I think we need to revisit some of them. Do you want to revisit where we went on our honeymoon?
Do I want to go back? Yeah, I'd love to go back.
So we went to England on our honeymoon.
Yeah. Flew into London, spent 9 days in England.
Mm-hmm.
5 of those days we were in a rental car.
Oh my God.
Driving.
Stick shift. This is just a fun story, and we don't have any video of it or anything. But so we have this little car. And in England they drive on the right side, so the drivers.
Side.
No, the drivers.
Well, the driver's on the right side.
Yeah, the driver
drive on the left side of the road.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's
left,
and it's a stick shift, and so we put 900 miles on that car in 5 days.
Yeah.
And Corey had to drive opposite of everything he knows.
Yeah. It was interesting shifting with my left hand, and at least the gas and the clutch and the brake were in the same place.
If it wasn't, I think it would have been disastrous.
Oh yeah, I don't know how I would have driven if those were reversed.
And then how normally you would stay in the country and drive to the city, I think, right? We stayed in the city and drove to the country.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Never trust a GPS in England, that's for sure.
Took you.
Oh, jeez.
It
was crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was. Of course, this was what 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So it was.
GPS
is
probably much better now.
A lot better now, but
yeah.
You punch something in and tell it to take you there, and you don't know what you're going to encounter, because it's not like they're all major roadways. I mean, how many times did we follow the GPS and it took us down this dirt track that went across a little stream, and then or a one-way farm road, or that was a lot of fun. But we got to see a lot of cool places too.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt we could have even come close to seeing the things that we saw if we had been on like a a coordinated trip over there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, I mean, we saw Bath. Never could find a place to park.
No, and then we were trying to get out of there, and it kept bringing us back
out of Bath and go back to Bristol.
And after like the second or third, maybe even fourth time, we're like, wait a minute, we keep going around in the circle here.
I didn't miss a turn, but it's it's taking me in a circle here. So I finally said, all right, I'm just going to ignore it, and I'm going to go straight, and it'll get us back where we need to go.
It did eventually.
And it's a good thing it was a small car, too.
Oh, yeah.
Even that teeny tiny little car, I had problems getting it in the parking garage at our hotel in Bristol.
Yeah.
That was tough. Whew. But yeah, we went to Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And saw
Avesbury,
the town, saw Glastonbury tour, saw Stonehenge.
Stayed in a castle one night.
Yeah.
It wasn't I don't think it was a real castle.
No, it was like a Victorian era castle.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
it did have the archer holes, so that was kind of cool.
I guess they were trying to be authentic.
Yeah, probably.
When they built it. But yeah, it was a pretty cool place. Walked some walking trails and saw let's see.
Dead Space. Come on.
The Barrows.
Barrows.
Yeah, they're on East Kent. Was it East Kent or the Barrow Mounds and the Silbury Hill and.
All right, we need to move on. Getting bored.
All right. Okay. Well, you wanted to talk about England.
I just asked if you wanted to go back to some of those places.
Oh, yeah.
We went to New Orleans for your 40th.
We went to New Orleans. We went to St. Augustine. Been to St. Martin almost every year.
Yeah.
Been to Savannah.
That was fun.
Yeah, Savannah was fun.
I wanted to go, and we actually it was an overnight trip.
Yeah.
And we did a Segway tour of the 8 squares.
Yeah,
and cool. I remember getting off, and I couldn't walk. Like my feet weighed like 1,000 pounds after we got off. It was like 2 hours. So, pretty fun.
Yeah. We did Segway in Savannah and in St. Martin.
Yes, we did do it in St. We were with your sister, I think, when we did that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So did we get sidetracked?
A little bit.
Okay. Should we go back to where we were talking? Yeah, so we were doing like the local stuff to kind of keep the videos going.
We did a lot of local stuff to try to keep the content flowing.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and get the practice in editing and
practice in editing and trying to
talking on camera. We would forget to close, or we would.
Yeah, we still do that occasionally.
We do.
Yeah. Remember your open, remember your close, remember all these different things that you got to do.
Yeah. So
all these things to do while you were trying to film. So I'm trying to keep people engaged and entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point,
Right.
Well, part of the point. And it wasn't entirely trying to get subscribers. It was more like, we go on vacation. What do we have to show for it other than maybe some pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got almost 2 years worth of vacations that our grandkids, our great grandkids could go and look at someday.
They can watch what you've posted, but there's a lot of stuff that you have. Like, I don't even see it.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of content that just doesn't make the cut.
No, it does not. But that first year we had one cruise, right?
Yeah.
And two. Yes, 2. That's right.
Odyssey and Freedom.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then last year we had 3, 4. 1, 2. What was the?
We had
Icon. Yeah.
New Amsterdam.
Oh,
Celebrity Beyond and New Amsterdam again.
Right. So that kind of helped, and we didn't do a lot of local stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started throwing some local pickleball in there. Like, I'm wearing my pickleball shirt tonight.
Yep. And we got more pickleball coming out for sure.
Yep. And And this year, we have 3 cruises planned. And St. Martin.
And St. Martin.
So as of right now, and then Helen. So we have 5 different trips right now that's planned.
Yep. So plus a week-long pickleball.
No, I haven't told anybody this shit.
All right.
That's not week-long. Well, I guess it is.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been staying busy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to continue putting out the content and finding neat things to do.
And here's a
places
question.
To go.
So we're in January. So it gives everybody 10 months. What's today's date? 15th? 10 months. What is Lori gonna do for her birthday this year since there is no cruise planned?
Well, we got a lot of cruises planned, but
I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I'm gonna book a cruise for my birthday, but I mean, I've had it 2 years in a row now.
2 years in a row is kind of a tradition at this point.
It's pretty awesome. And so do I not do anything for my birthday? Do we?
We could do need to find a cheap cruise.
Margaritaville? What do y'all think about Margaritaville?
I mean,
the kids wanted to go.
The one that goes out of Tampa.
Is there one
I think it does like Western Caribbean or something.
Yeah, it's only a couple days too.
Yeah, it's not like the ones on the East Coast where they go to the Bahamas and back.
Yeah.
Or at least that's all I've seen. Maybe they do something more, but
yeah. I don't know. We'll be on a cruise for your birthday. Well, around your birthday.
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah, but anyway.
So anyway, I mean, we're here trying to do interesting things.
Mm-hmm. And have we actually thanked our 500 subscribers? I don't think we did. We just said how exciting we were, but I can't remember if we actually said thank you and how much we appreciate it. The support.
Today we had. Well, I mean, we mentioned that we appreciated the support at the beginning.
Okay. Because we do really try to make sure that you guys know that we appreciate it.
Right. And as much as anything, we do want to show things that you want to see, and give you that escape, because we know what it's like. Sometimes you just want to shut out the life that your day-to-day life that can be boring and monotonous,
or see places that you've never seen before.
See places that you've never seen before, because we love to travel, and there's a lot of places we haven't been. But guess what? We can go to those places somewhat virtually through the magic of YouTube. So
that's right. So it's not only just us, but it's you guys too.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So anyway, thank you, each and every one of those 506 subscribers, and probably 30 or 40 people that have dropped off the rolls because they subscribed and then didn't watch a video and then forgot about us, or maybe they came back later. I don't know.
Who knows? It doesn't matter.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Hey, Scott stopped and done for the day. Good deal.
Good.
It's always good to be done for the day.
Yes.
We're getting close. Well,
I don't know. You had this whole thing planned out, so I don't know.
Yeah. I got to come up with all the ideas. Always. What are we talking about tonight?
I'm just making sure I'm in the loop, because he'll just put it in there sometimes, and I'm like, "Hey, what are we talking about?" And like, we'll bring it up, and then we'll say something, and then like we'll go do our thing for the week or whatever, and then we'll come back and be like, "Wait a minute, did we finish talking about that?" Like, what are we doing? So.
Yep.
No.
Well, I mean, if we don't have anything else to say.
I know. Do you guys have anything to say? What's it like to, hit your milestones now that Scott's back? No, look at that. Oh, here we go.
I've been to every square in Savannah, even the 2 that don't exist anymore.
Nice.
I don't know how many squares we went to. We did a kind of
8.
a little tour.
There was 8.
8?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I believe so, yeah. Hello, Darian. Welcome in.
Howdy, howdy. Welcome, Darian.
Great town for a Reuben. Savannah?
Yeah, I can see that. Savannah's supposed to have like a huge St. Patrick's Day festival, parade, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. We did. We stayed in a little bed and breakfast
that I believe was haunted.
We stayed in the carriage house in that bed and breakfast in Savannah.
No, it was upstairs. It was upstairs.
Yeah, but it was the carriage house.
Was it?
It was out back behind the house. It was a carriage house.
We were overlooking the garden, right?
Yeah. But we went to Savannah. And we did a ghost tour in Savannah too, didn't we?
Yeah. It's funny that you brought up a ghost tour because I was sitting here. I was going to say something about the ghost tour. And then I was going to say, I wonder if they would let us film that. They didn't let you do the Jack Ripper tour.
Oh, yeah.
He got in trouble. Sir, you're going to have to shut that off.
Yeah. When we were in London, we did a Jack the Ripper tour one night. And I had this little,
you had your little,
your regular camera. My little camera, my little digital camera that did video, and I was actually recording the guy, and he chewed me out for it. I'm like, whoa, what the
heck? Yeah, they weren't very happy about that.
Yeah, it was a little bit strange. Oh yeah, St. Pat's Day is awesome on River Street, Savannah. I've never been. I've read about it.
Yeah, I don't even remember when we went. In case you guys want to know what has good Reubens.
Pirate House and Crystal Beer Parlor.
Okay.
We went to. There was that restaurant that we met at for the.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
For the ghost tour. This
is why we take video now. I don't.
Yeah. It was an old place because they told a story about how they used to Shanghai people from that restaurant. I guess it was a pub or whatever back in the day. And they'd take them out through the basement to the to the water and put them on a ship, and it wouldn't be back for a couple of years or something.
Yeah.
I was stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia back in the day. We would go to S-Town every weekend. Single soldier at the time.
I bet you it was fun.
I bet that was fun, yeah. I plead the fifth. Yep.
Yeah, we just went for the
it was just an overnight
hours because we were coming back.
We were coming back from here.
Here,
we
going to Florida.
We were here visiting my grandmother when she lived in this house.
Yeah.
And then
we stopped because
we stopped here. I stopped in Savannah on our way back home because I think we had the time and
I don't remember
we wanted to see Savannah.
That, but yeah, we both wanted to see it.
Scott says that's the pirate house near the river.
Okay.
Yep, I think so.
Lobsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a main license plate right there.
Yeah.
I'd say it's authentic, but it's not. Probably somebody, I bet you, has one that says lobster.
Maybe.
In case you guys don't know the Boston dialect, just say that word.
That's it.
Lobster.
Okay. Want some lobster?
Which, we were talking about gambling and casinos and stuff. One of our favorite games is Lobster Man.
Lobster Man, yeah. And the casino, or Lobster Man 2 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
3, yeah.
Anyway,
don't see it in very many places, but
yeah.
All right. So many places to go and so little time.
I know. Like we've got 4 trips, 5 if you include Helen. And we did finally book our hotel.
Yes, Darian, we did book our hotel for Helen.
We did.
I don't know what room we got. Did we get in the same? You remember what building we got in? Well, there was like the building that everybody stays in, and then whatever else. No. But if we didn't get a Riverview, then
you didn't want one.
No, I didn't want to spend extra for the Riverview, which means we may be in the little courtyard area where everybody else was staying. Hopefully.
Yeah. And so I just feel like we need more something, but I think it's going to be a busy year.
It's definitely going to be a busy year.
So what happens with you guys if you aren't traveling much, or you're having to work more than normal? Like, what do you do for content? That's.
I mean, most of the people watching are other creators. But,
that's why I'm asking.
Let's see. Scott says, at some point I want to hear about Corey Short's career as a blackjack dealer.
I mean, it's very short, and he can probably tell you.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, I mean,
make it interesting. Talk, woo, come on.
So I applied.
I kicked him out of the brewery because I said, "Hey, I can't afford to pay you anymore, and you need to go out and get a job." She couldn't pay me anymore, and
I had to go out and get a job. I still had to brew beer.
Yes, but
still had to brew the beer.
We were, it was in our second year, and we were struggling a little bit. So.
Yeah, we weren't even a year in it yet, and we couldn't afford to pay me.
Right. So he had to find another job.
So I had to find another job.
They're always hiring at the casino.
You can make pretty good money dealing blackjack. So I was like, all right. I've always liked blackjack. Probably my favorite table game. So went over, applied, got accepted for the blackjack training course that they did.
That was what, 6 weeks?
I think it was 6 weeks long.
Something.
Something like that. I had to do like a week of orientation that all employees went through at the casino. And then after that, then I went to the blackjack training, which was, I think it was nights. It was like evenings or something.
I don't.
And so
I just remember you working in the middle of the night.
Yeah, they put us on, they had like
sunshine shift, they call
5 or 6 sunrise shift.
Sunrise.
Yeah. They had 5 or 6 people at each table, and we would take turns dealing, betting, paying bets, and learning how to work the table. And then you had tests, and you had all the things you were supposed to do, and you had to count the chips right, and make change, do all, and do the whole showing your hands are empty for the camera thing, and all the little things that they
it's not working anymore.
that they taught us to do.
No, we don't have the paid version anymore.
So then towards the end, they gave us our assignments. I was assigned to this sunrise shift, which was it was like 1 o'clock in the morning until 9 in the morning or something like that. And I think, what was it? Every hour you got a 15-minute break. I think that's the way it worked. So every hour you get relieved, you go on your 15-minute break, you come back.
Yeah, but by the time you got outside, you had to come back because it was such a far walk.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because you went through the doors out of the casino, and the break area was right there. So, and they had, a full cafeteria where you could go in and food, drinks were free, and so it was a nice little break area.
Scott, do you have any specific questions? I mean, because he's telling you everything. I don't know how much you really.
I don't know what you really want to know, but like I say, I did it for about 3 weeks. I mean, I worked 3 days a week. Generally speaking, it was fairly easy work. You know, you didn't have to work much. You just go in there, do your hour, and go take a break, come back,
do another
hour, take a break, come back, and so it wasn't too bad. I mean, you couldn't really get burnout doing it because you had regular breaks. I mean, it was like clockwork.
Were there any tricks to the adding and stuff like that, or did you just have to naturally just add quickly in your head?
Yeah, you just had to do it in your head.
And how did you learn all the odds? Is that something that they taught in your training?
Yeah,
how to figure out all the odds and stuff.
I mean, it's not like craps or roulette or something like that where you've got odds. It's like, okay, you pay, 1.5 to 1 for blackjack, or you pay, 1 to 1 for
so basically
for
it was
regular
just 1
bets.
to 1.
Yeah,
so, okay,
I mean,
so it was easy.
Some of those side bet stuff is a little bit different, but the biggest thing was, you've got to, as you flip the cards, you got to count as you go.
Count what?
Well, you got to count.
That's counting cards, isn't it?
No, but I mean, if you're dealing someone a card, you got to know, okay, bust. After a while, you just know, okay, if they get a 4, they're going to bust.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And, you didn't know.
Counting, you mean adding.
Right.
As you go.
Well, as you go, you got 10, you got whatever.
Yeah.
So,
you say counting, so it made me think you were counting cards.
Oh,
that's the dealer.
Counting your way up.
Counting your way up.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And then it's just like anything else. You do it enough times. And I mean, with 6 weeks sitting there doing nothing but dealing blackjack or playing blackjack. Let's see. Just wanted to know because a casino offered to train me as a blackjack dealer. Nothing I would do now, but maybe as a semi-retirement gig. Yeah,
definitely a good way to make some extra money.
It's definitely a good way to make some extra money. You can make pretty good money. I mean, at the time I was doing it, and this was 6 years ago.
Well, and you also had a crappy shift, like the time.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter your shift. Who cares? Because the way it works is all of the tips get pooled. So it doesn't matter who worked which shift.
Well, in that casino, I don't know if they're all the same.
I think they're pretty much all the same. They all get pulled together and then divided by the total number of hours worked by all of the blackjack dealers, or all of the dealers, actually. No, I think it was maybe just blackjack. I'm not sure how that worked. But anyway, and then you had what they called a toke rate. So you got so much per hour as a tip. And I think when I was there, it was like your tip alone was like $21, $22 an hour. And that was, I think it's gone up a lot since then. So you can make really good money.
It's okay, Abby. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thanks, Abby.
I appreciate the thought.
I appreciate the thought. You've been saying that since day one. So, or saying that you wanted to become a member of our channel from the early days, but so that's pretty much the way it worked. And so I'd work 3 days a week. It's like.
And it was short-lived.
There's 8 hours
because you got a better job offer, making more money, or being more consistent with benefits.
Right. With casinos, you can't. All of the dealers are part-time, unless they learn. I think you had to learn 3 table games.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
So you'd have blackjack, then you had to learn like craps or roulette and be able to do that as well. And once you did that, then you could get hired full-time. Full-time, then you get health insurance and all the other benefits. But you had to be good enough to know all those different kinds of games.
And stick around long enough to do it. And I think that's the kicker right there, is that a lot of people are just part-time and just passing through and
just
trying to pick up extra money.
There's no doubt you can make good money dealing blackjack. If you can, I think they've actually in that casino. I think they've actually gone smoke free now, so you didn't have to worry about people blowing smoke in your face all night.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Anything else you guys want to know about Corey's
casino
history?
Dealer experience? About 3 weeks, but if
after all that training, you only lasted 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was about it. About 3 weeks. I mean, it was a rough shift doing that at night, but you had to be real careful what you took out on the casino floor. So you had to put like stuff in your locker, and it was all kinds of weird stuff. But all the little rules that they had, so that to make sure people weren't stealing and everything else. So
yeah,
but and everything's being filmed, and trying to make sure that people weren't stealing from you either. Because they would do weird things. They would place one bet and place that bet, and then they'd swap something up. And if you didn't look closely, it looked like it was the same. And you may pay them.
Right, because
on the same thing.
They put something underneath or something.
Right.
You didn't see it.
So that's they taught you to look for that, or they'd put a, they'd play all these games. So you had to learn the games that certain players would try to pull on you to get you to pay something that they didn't bet, or they'd touch their bet after you started
not supposed to.
laying out cards. Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
it's not allowed. So anyway,
okay,
it was an interesting experience for sure.
Would you do it again?
Do it again? Maybe. If I didn't have anything else to do, if
I don't think that day will ever
I don't
come.
think that day will ever come. I've got too many other interests, but if I ever didn't have the brewery to deal with full time.
Well, I would tell you, if you're going to start working even part-time, I'm you know what? I'm going to travel without you, honey. Sorry. And then you guys will see more of my face instead of his. How would you like that?
You wouldn't see her face because she wouldn't film any of it.
Yeah, I would. I do. I just film it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad because I didn't film it.
How much of that vertical video that's completely useless to me? Yep.
Yes, I know. I know. I'll do better.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah. If you've seen some of our recent videos where it's like you're sitting right on top of that piece of food, that's because it was a vertical video that I had to zoom in on to get it horizontal. Yeah.
That was on my birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I have an excuse.
Something.
Yeah. I was drinking Prosecco. No, I don't know. Yes, I will keep that in mind.
All right.
I think we've bored you guys enough.
We wasted enough of their time with our blather.
Blather.
But this weekend, we are headed out of town again.
We are. Guess where we're going? I'll give you one guess.
Well, it's not Southern Pickleball.
It's not Southern Pickleball, but it's pickleball.
But we are going.
We have a tournament.
Have a tournament over in Cleveland, Tennessee.
We've never been to. Well, you lived there, but when you were younger. But I've never been there.
Yeah.
You're so sweet, Darian. So glad.
Well, thanks, Darian.
At least one of you guys did.
Enjoyment. So we've got about a 2.5-hour drive over to Cleveland, Tennessee. We've been through there a few times.
Yeah.
We stayed in Chattanooga a few years ago for our anniversary, which was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, that was before we started videoing.
Yeah.
We got to go back.
Chanticleer was pretty cool. We talked about that, I think, last week.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And we rented Airbnb, rented a house because there's 2 other people going with us. So that'll be kind of interesting to see what that's all about.
So we'll see what we can see in Cleveland. And
then we got the most snow that we've ever gotten since I've lived here.
Yeah.
and it's still on the ground. It's not getting warm enough to melt, and he got stuck in the driveway. So we did have some fun.
Yeah, it's been a fun week, that's for sure.
So,
yeah, it was only like 3 inches of snow, but that was enough to shut everything down. I mean, it shut us down for 2 days.
Yeah,
because it was so cold. Normally, if it's
melts,
cold,
like the next day,
it doesn't snow here. But this time, it was cold and it snowed.
Mm-hmm. And it just kept melting and freezing back over, and it's still doing that.
Yeah, I did finally make it up my driveway today.
I saw that.
Yeah,
good.
After having to park down at the bottom of the hill for the past few days.
Yes. So anybody that's local that is going through a rough time or snowed in or iced in, hopefully you have enough accoutrements. Is that right? Did I say it right? No, enough stuff to keep you sustained and until you can get down off that mountain.
Yeah, that's the problem around here. It may be fine at lower elevations, but you get up in some of those hollers and hills, and they're buried.
Yeah, you ain't getting in.
It won't be out for another month.
Oh gosh,
that's why just the threat of snow around here, and they closed the school. So
I will show them who's pickle boss.
Yeah, we gotta try to show them who's boss.
Yes, let's see if we can win more than one game when we play together.
Yeah. So Laurie's actually playing Saturday in a women's doubles, and my men's double partner is not playing with me for this one. But then Laurie and I are playing together Sunday for the mixed doubles.
Yeah.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
You never know.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun just to go somewhere else and see, what they've got to, and
Yep. See a new town, new facilities. Unfortunately, there's not a brewery in Cleveland. I can't fathom why, but so it goes.
Should we open one?
There's probably a local political reason that there's not a brewery there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean it is like home to a couple of fairly strict denominations, I think. Okay. So anyway, all right, guys. I guess we're going to wrap it up with that.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up with some strict denominations.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for coming in and joining us this evening. We will see you next time from Peaks to Tides.
We'll see you on the next ride.
Bye, guys.